Hi, I am Dr. Shamili Mandal and I am back with the fifth lecture of my fifth module. In my fifth lecture, I'll be talking of folk performances of South India. In this lecture, I'll be focusing on the South Indian states, that is, the states of Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, and the folk dances and traditional performances of these places. A stunning variety of folk dances and folk plays embellish South India's cultural landscape, reflecting the social ethos, spiritual traditions, and collective imagination of the region. The colorful art forms, which are ingrained in people's daily lives, are living reminders of millennia of ritual practice, oral history, and communal celebration. South Indian folk arts are flexible, impromptu, and inclusive, made by the people for the people, in contrast to the classical forms, which frequently delineate boundaries of skill and structure. In South India, the rhythms of the natural world and agricultural life are frequently closely associated with folk dances. They recall stories, honor deities, celebrate harvest, and mark significant events in the human life cycle. In addition to being artistic manifestations, dances like Kathakattam in Tamil Nadu, Dollu Kunitha in Karnataka, Lambari in Andhra Pradesh, and Kaikottikali in Kerala serve as platforms for communal harmony and spiritual devotion. Dynamic movements, colorful costumes, and the use of traditional instruments characterize these performances, which provide both actors and audience members with an engrossing and joyful experience. We have the South Indian folk theatre, which takes the shape of Therukuthu, Yakshagana, Otamthullal, and Burrakatha, and is essential to the preservation of mythology, morals, and historical accounts. The theatrical traditions, which includes dance, mime, music, and speech, frequently take place outdoors and appeal to audiences from a variety of socio-economic backgrounds and reading levels. They are dynamic tools for cultural education because they provide platforms for political discourse, satire, and social critique in addition to providing entertainment. There is strong community involvement and the capacity to change and to adapt to new circumstances are what distinguishes South Indian folk traditions. These creative forms are still thriving in spite of the demands of modernization and globalization because of local practitioners, cultural guardian, and institutional support for their promotion and preservation. In addition, they also provide insight into the spirit of the region, into the larger mosaic of Indian cultural heritage, and South Indian folk dances plays collectively reflect a tremendous continuity of indigenous innovation. I'll discuss about the folk performances from Tamil Nadu. Folk dances and performances have a long history in Tamil Nadu, a culturally diverse state in southern India. These traditions are firmly anchored in local deities, festivals, agricultural cycles, rural life, and martial arts. The performances are frequently transmitted orally between generations and they combine storytelling, music, rhythm, and costumes. The purpose of the Karagam dance is to honor the goddess Mariamman. I think by now you have understood that the goddess Mariamman is an important figure in South India. And we have oral poetry traditions, we have folk dances, folk songs, and we have folk theatres dedicating to the goddess. And this one is through a ceremonial dance. The dancers do complex steps and rhythmic dances, footwork actually, steps we can say, while balancing a decorative pot, karagam, on their heads. The style blends dance, devotional aspects, and acrobats. We have the Mailattam, known as the peacock dance, which is performed during temple festivities honoring Lord Murugan. They are done using ornate feathered costumes. Dancers portray peacocks and mimics their movements. This is for the devotion to Murugan, whose chariot is the peacock, and they are symbolized by this. The worship of Lord Murugan is extremely important besides the worship of the goddess Mariamman. And it is the main purpose of paying obeisances to this god through Kavariyattam, a performance which is performed as a penance or expression of gratitude. And the devotees carry ornamented constructions known as kavaris on their shoulders. So you can imagine how intense it is and how they, endure aspects of physical strength, such as body piercing and other forms. We have the dummy horse dance called Kutharai Attam Poikal, which happens during processions and celebrations, and the dancers imitate riding horses by wearing a fake horse frame around their waist. They have traditional drummers, musicians, and as on all the folk forms we have, they narrate a story. The meaning of Oiliyattam is dance of grace, and a group of participants, originally men, but now, as you know, women also take participation, move rhythmically while holding handkerchiefs or vibrant fabrics tied to their ankles and fingers. Next, I'm going to discuss the folk performances from Kerala. The vast cultural heritage of Kerala, which is a very important state in southern India, has showed its tapestry of folk dances and performances from a long time. With their strong roots in customs and ceremony, the artistic disciplines they provide, a strong and thrilling window into the structure and history of the state. Northern Kerala, specifically the Malabar region, is home to the ceremonial performances known as the Theyyam. I have talked about Theyyam in my previous lectures. It includes significant headdresses, colorful garments, and intricate face painting. And in the temple precincts or holy groves, the performers, who are thought to represent deities, enact stories through dance and music. The Theyyam attracts sizable crowds as a cultural display and religious ceremony. During the Thiruvatira festival, women, the women, execute group dances known as Thiruvatirikali or Kalikottikali. To the beat of folk melodies, the dancers in traditional clothing from rings and perform and coordinated, with hands and steps. They also clap actually in between. The dance honors the spouse's health and marital happiness. We have another traditional folk dance that is very popular among the Keralan people called the Kolkali. The dancers move in circles while rhythmically striking little wooden sticks. They have, features like the precise wail, the performance, which features precise and well coordinated rhythms is complemented by folk tunes. In Bhagavati temples, the goddess Bhadrakali is honored with a ceremonial dance called Padayani. They also wear intricate masks and headdresses and symbolize a variety of mythological and divine figures. A number of dances and songs are included in the presentation, which makes for a lively and colorful show. Noticingly, the Muslim community in Kerala enjoys dances, which is known as Oppanna. And where it is performed? In the wedding festivities. It is performed by women and involves dancing around the bride while singing and clapping rhythmically to celebrate her happiness. The song also has hilarious and taunting lyrics and contribute to the joyous mood of a marriage. During holidays like the Onam and the Vishu, the energetic dance known as Chavattikulli is performed. It consists of rhythmic foot stamping to a traditional music and is popular in Malappuram and central Kerala. Participants, whether male and female, exhibit zeal and a joyous mood. There is also a very popular traditional dance in central Kerala in the districts of Palakkad and Thrissur. And We also have certain festivals and rituals where actors dress up as dried banana leaves and use dance and music to perform stories. The Muslim community also performs Daf Muttu, which consists of rhythmic drumming on a percussion instrument known as the daf or tap. It comes from Arabic customs and is a mainstay at social and religious gatherings and is accompanied by Arabic music. The Keralan Syrian Christian community has a traditional dance called the Margamkali, which is mostly performed by women at marriage rituals. Now, I'm going to talk about the folk performances from Karnataka. Karnataka, which is a very important state in the southern India, also has a rich history, an enriching history actually, and a great, amazing culture. And the art forms, they're deeply rooted in traditional mythology. And where are they performed? Mostly religious ceremonies, festivals, and community celebrations. We have the very famous Yakshagana, of which I have mentioned earlier, in bits actually, in my previous lectures. But here I'll be dealing a bit in detail. Yakshagana is a traditional theatre form that combines dance, music, dialogue, and elaborate costumes to depict stories from Hindu epics like the Mahabharata and the Ramayana. Originating in the coastal district of Karnataka, including Dakshina Kannada, Udupi, and Uttara Kannada, Yakshagana performances are known for their vibrant makeup and dynamic expressions. The performances typically takes place overnight, creating a mesmerizing ambience for the audience. The drum dance or Dolukunitha is a vivacious and rhythmic dancing style connected to the worship of Lord Biralingeshwara, a manifestation of Lord Shiva. This dance also has its root in the Kuduba Gowda community of North Karnataka, performed by males who beat big drums called dolus, from where we get the name Dolu Kunitha, that are fastened around their waist while making coordinated motions. Known for its exuberant performances, the dance is frequently performed at significant festivals and festivities around the state. We have another well liked traditional dance form in Mysore, Karnataka, called the Kamsale dance, which happens in the districts of Mysuru. We have this intense dance style and it is linked to the gods. We have the Bisu Kamsale, which combines martial agility with a beautiful sublimity. The Kamsale, a symbol like disc, is played with the melodies that extol Lord Mahadeshwara's splendor. Hindu mythology provides the inspiration for the energetic dance styles known as the Veer which tells stories of bravery and heroism. Veer is primarily performed at festivals like Shravana and Kartika, as well as during the Mysore Dashara procession. It has powerful emotions and a lot of intensity. The spirit of bravery and dedication is embodied by dancers who are frequently costumed, as warriors and who wear ornate costumes, but act stories of famous individuals. We have the dance known as Garudi Gombe or magical puppet in Kannada, where dancers dressed in enormous bamboo stick dolls. These statues, which frequently depict mythological figures, are shown at important celebrations and processions, such as the Mysore Dasara. Devil worship or Bhoot Aradhana is another ritualistic practice that is common in Karnataka's coastal areas. So we also have the supernatural elements. In order to appease spirits or bhoot, this dancing style incorporates ornate costumes, masks, and dramatic enactments. The performances, which have their origins in local beliefs, are held to ward off bad energy and to ask for blessings and protections. The traditional ritual dance known as Nagamandala, you should also remember there's a very famous play also named Nagamandala, which is done to please the serpent, deity, or Nag. So you will be searching about which play Nagamandala I'm talking about. This extravagant ceremony, which is mostly held around the shore, includes dance, music, and complex floor patterns called rangoli. In an effort to win the protection and favor of the snake gods, the participants, frequently in trance like states, perform repetitive motions to the tune of traditional instruments. Next, I am going to talk about the folk performances from Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. The rich cultural traditions and histories of southern India's Andhra Pradesh and Telangana states are reflected in their varied folk dances and performances. We have Battabomalu, which translates to basket toys and is a customary dance from the West Godawari's district Tanuku area. To portray different personas, dancers wear masks made of material like wood husk, dry grass, and cow dung. So you can understand how sustainable they are, right? They are promoting eco culture, they are promoting sustainability and keeping in mind of environment by using dry grass and cow dung. The key features are that the performers move delicately in time with percussion instruments while wearing vibrant masks and costumes. The dance is non-verbal and uses colorful clothing. The traditional dance style known as Birbhadra Nrityam is connected to Lord Shiva's devotees. It is thought to show the cosmic dance that Shiva's ferocious form happens. It is also performed to the rhythms of ancient instruments like the tambura and the dolu. Dancers brandish swords, wield plates with camphor fire, and makes energetic dances. Communities like the Bagata, Khond, and Valmiki in the Vishakhapatnam district, Araku Valley, practice the tribal dance known as Dhimsa. It is frequently played at festivals and honors ties within the community. Wearing traditional jewelry and clothing, groups of 15 to 20 women form chains and dances in circles to drum rhythms. Bora Dhimsa and Gori Beta Dhimsa are two variations of Dhimsa. We have the very famous Tappetagullu, which is a traditional devotional dance and is popular in the districts of Srikakulam and Vijayanagaram. It is performed to call for rain and agricultural prosperity. The audience is captivated by the thrilling atmosphere created by the energetic and acrobatic moves performed by dancers, frequently in the age group of 15 to 20 years. There is one more very important dance called the Perini Shivatandavam, which is we can trace it back to the Kakatiya kingdom in the 12th century and was customarily performed by warriors as an oath to Lord Shiva prior to combat. The dance, which is done only by men, consists of energetic motions that represent the five elements: earth, fire, water, and air. Conches, drums, and bells accompanied, and it symbolizes a meditative connection with heavenly energy. We have the dance Dappu Nrittam, comes from the Nizamabad district, from the Dappu, a tambourine like percussion instrument. Here also, dancers, usually in group of 15 to 20 men, create rhythmic patterns by pounding the dappu with sticks while donning colorful costumes and turbans. There is also one dance called the Gussari dance, which is performed by the Rajgons of the Gondulu tribes in the Adilabad area. They also wear ornate costumes and includes false facial hair, deer horns, and turbans made of peacock feathers. They travel in groups known as Dandari, stopping in nearby villages to execute coordinated dances with the use of instruments like the tudumu and dappu. The ancient shadow puppetry art form, named Tholubommalata, translates to the dance of leather puppets, tells us tales from Hindu epics such as the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. Behind a white curtain, large, colorful leather puppets are controlled, while a light source casts their shadow. Live music, such as the harmonium and the mridangam, is played during performances, resulting in a captivating narrative experience. The next, I'm going to talk about the folk dances and specifically the folk performances from Andaman and Nicobar, Lakshadweep Islands, Puducherry, and tribal performing arts. The Pit Festival dance or Nicobari dance, which is performed by the Nicobaris tribe group, sorry, the Nicobaris tribe for the Osuari feast, which remembers the deceased, and it is a group dancing in a circle while listening to traditional drum rhythms and singing. They wear vibrant clothing and decorations, and men and women dance in time. To the rhythm of drum beats, dancers move in concentric circles while clutching each other's waist. We have the lava dancing of Lakshadweep, where men perform in festivals and other special events. And it is a strenuous, martial style dance, accompanied by chanting and rhythmic drumming. The dancers execute coordinated moves while brandishing wooden sticks or swords and dressed in red and white. We also have the Kolkakali, which uses sticks in a circle, and the group dances. Sticks are stuck by dancers in the time with a beat. We have the Dandi dancing, which are performed with chanting and also stick play during social events and religious occasions. Puducherry features a mix of South Indian and European influences because of its Tamil cultural heritage and French colonial background. The Garadi dance, which has the mythical story of Hanuman, serves as an inspiration. Dancers do acrobatic moves while dressed as monkeys and in processions and festivities at temples. And the performances last for about 5 to 6 hours and feature colorful costumes, drums, and symbolic gestures. So, we also have here the Dolukunitha, carried out by the Kuruba Gaura tribe. Dancers beat enormous drums while dancing vivaciously in a drum dance at religious ceremonies and festivities. And what do they honor? Fortitude, self control, and communal ceremony. So, in conclusion, we can say that in South India, which includes the states of Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and Telangana, traditional folk dances and performances are lively manifestations, and they have a number of noteworthy similarities in terms of topics and themes. Also, they have the devotional origins, where religious festivals and rituals are closely linked to many folk acts. They are frequently sacrificed to the gods in temples or local shrines. We have the seasonal festivals to highlight their agrarian and religious roots, and are usually performed around temple festivals and harvest festivals. The majority of the folk dance tales from epics such as the Ramayana and the Mahabharata is also important. They have the dramatic elements, the drama, music, and dance, and conversation, which are used to portray stories in performances, and they always incorporate a moral or spiritual lesson. They have vibrant attires, traditional and vibrant costumes, which form a defining characteristics, and incorporates rich embroidery, mirror work, and vibrant silks. They have jewelry and headdresses and masks and contributes to the visual drama and cultural identity. They also have folk music and use of live instruments such as the flute, the harmonium, the dholak, and other instruments. They are also, mesmerizing. They have actually mesmerizing rhythmic beats, and the performance tone intensity are established. They have the collective spirit performed by professionals, and they also strengthen ties within the community, particularly at festivals and public events. By using local languages and dialects for songs and dialogues, they show and maintain their cultural roots. They actively participate in some tradition, like the Kolattam and the Yakshagana, and nowadays females also take part in it. The element of spiritual possession or the supernatural element and the divine presence by putting participants into trance like states also happen here. So, they have symbolic elements, masks, colors, and gestures, and are frequently used to represent mythological figures, animals, or deities. So, listeners, thank you for patiently listening to me. And here we come to the end of the fifth lecture of the fifth module. Thank you.